Hello, beautiful Pisces. I'm so excited today. We're doing a reading on the partial lunar eclipse. Why am I excited about that? Is that when I started looking into it, because I know it's going, it's not going to be, it's for some it may be today or tomorrow. I don't know. It's in between. It's in between the 2 days. I have it written between the 18th and the 19th on the calendar. So we're going to talk about it today. The event itself has got so much attached to it in energy, simply for the meaning of it more than the actual event, which is what I'm getting from Spirit. First of all, just the fact that when only part of the moon enters Earth's shadow, the event is called a partial lunar eclipse. And in other words, it's not synchronistic. That's the first hit that I got from that it's not, it's only partial. It's not a total. In other words, there's the synchronization is off. Okay, that's what came in right away, which feels very much like our energy right now, Pisces. We're on one path, feels like the world's on another one for a lot of people. So it feels like we're not we're not synchronized to each other. So this was like so powerful of a message that came in. And I want you to embrace that, okay? Embrace the differences between us. Embrace the fact that you can tell the difference right now, that part of the world is not synchronous with each other. You are on one path, they are on others. There's so many people who are oblivious to this fact. They walk around and think nothing is different, okay? The world's going to hell, but nothing is different. So you know the difference. This is fantastic. And it's also an eclipse of the sun in which the moon does not completely hide the solar surface or photosphere so that some direct rays of sunlight reach the observer. So, what happens in that case? The moon doesn't completely cover up the sun. So the clarity is also not completely hidden. And if you've ever noticed that when the sun is shining in whole in the sky, it shows a brightness. But when you put a dark surface on top of it, the part that shines is very vibrant. Okay, that's why they tell you don't stare at it with your eyes, or you will cause damage to the eyes. So we are that part that shines, Pisces. We are that beautiful part that shines clarity. So even though we may not be the total sun, the part that is left, wow, it is really powerful. Okay, so these are the messages I came in with the lunar eclipse. This is so wonderful. What a beautiful message, Pisces. What a beautiful message for us, telling us to keep doing what we're doing. And yes, the world feels a little out of synchronization right now, but it's okay. Everything is fine, okay? And out of this deck, because we always take a card, the crown chakra came in. So, in those dark areas, we're going to be concentrating on the crown chakra. It's funny because this deck, for the most part, is like a tarot deck, but it's only have 65 cards. And what is special about this deck is that it has all the chakra cards in it. And that's what came out of this deck. So I really like that idea. And I'm going to read to you what is written in the book for the crown chakra, just so that you can get something from it. I want you to sit with that energy and the words. So the key facts is the color violet. The sound is none, or om can be used. So it's of nothing, okay? And I like that. It's helping to create that space of slowing down. And that's what we need right now. The element is thought, of course, because thought propels us to be, like I was telling you yesterday, looking at this rock, you know, feeling it, thinking about it, looking at it, breaking it down, and you're using your mind as a tool. So it's perfect. Gland, pineal, and the key words are I know. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so the crown chakra is located at the top of the head. It has been called the 1,000-petaled lotus, or the receiver of light. We're talking about light. We're talking about that sun, right? This chakra is the center of your link with the universe, the infinite, and your higher consciousness. It's a connection between wisdom and spiritual insight. The crown center is the area where ethereal Ethereal light and energy are received and dispersed throughout your aura for total well-being. To balance the chakra, I find that meditation, breath work, yoga, spiritual healing, acupuncture, and color therapy work best. When properly aligned, your crown chakra will expand to a point where it's possible to access and tap into the deepest sources of wisdom. And I think we're already there, Pisces. I think we're already into that part of really connecting to ourselves. I find that this lunar eclipse, especially with this card coming in, is letting us know that what is happening is that that light, that very bright light that's left, is the one that we're tapped into, okay? The people who are having difficulties, they're stuck in the shadows, okay? The Earth's shadow, and they're stuck in that dark moon shadow as well. We are in that beautiful, what's left of the light of the sun, okay? And that's important. It's very important. We need to stay connected to this. We need to keep tapping into this. That is the most important part of this right now. So I'm going to pull some cards here. And the deck is on the right side this time. And oh. We have the star card underneath. The sun is a star, okay? Remember that as well. The sun is a star, and we're talking about chakras. And in the star card, there's always like this alignment. Now, you guys are going to say, what are you doing at this desk? You did your reading at this desk yesterday. Usually alternate. I'm changing out the tablecloth on the other one because I'm going to do the full moon reading in Taurus, and guess what the tablecloth is? It's the full moon. So I wanted to save the full moon reading for that table for tomorrow, okay? Okay, do I take these? That one, that one, that one's stuck, so we'll be reminded. Right, spiritual union, that's perfect. That's the one that's stuck. For a lot of people, we're talking about the two different sides, right? I can't make this up. I can't. Nah. So, right, the two sides of the coin here, Pisces. First of all, we are on this side. We're on the side of hope. We're on the side of being open. Letting that chakra open and really tap into that star, tapping into our chakras being aligned, seeing that part of the bright sun that's shining in, and it's really giving us what we need, okay? You see like that body in there, like really just being in line, aligned with what is. It's so beautiful. The spiritual union, the card that didn't want to come out, which is the Two of Cups. It is the card to say that those harmonious relationships, the spiritual growth that comes with the two, it's having a hard time to happen, okay? That balance is having a hard time for some. They're getting stuck in that. It's just because they can't clearly see the way, Pisces. That's just the way it is. And as much as we would like to help them, or as much as we've been trying to help, sometimes we've got to get out of their way. Because their journey is theirs to experience, it's theirs to have. Okay? It's not for us to have for them. So if they get stuck, if they ask for help, you can help by all means. But if they're not, I guess our job is to observe and to keep in the light. Keep ourselves in the light. Remember what I said yesterday. The stuff that you do will help people want to move forward in their own lives. They're going to want what you have. Okay? They're going to seek out what is plain as day, or as plain as the sun on your face, the clarity of your thoughts. For you, they're going to seek out. Okay? And that's important. There was a big message there yesterday about that. So, had to turn it around again. Ooh, okay, base chakra. Perfect. Some people are going to be working on that. Mental conflict. So beautiful. I mean, they came out together, so it makes sense. I feel this is, they're at the point where maybe some of us were for a while, okay? Working on the base chakra. Figuring out where things started going wrong by the experiences that they've had, okay? How to bring back security and wisdom to their lives so that they can move forward. And that's going to trip them up for a while with the mental conflict card, which is the Two of Swords. It's going to delay them. And this is why they're delayed with this lunar eclipse, this state of the union. I don't know where that comes from. The state of current events, okay? We're here, they're there, okay? And it's not that we're better. They're just there. This is where they are. Okay, so you have to remember this, because sometimes we forget. We do so much work, Pisces, we forget how far we've come, how great we are, but we also forget that some people have not come as far as we have. And it does not make them worse, it just makes them at a different stage of their journey. So you have to remember this as well, okay? But what we're going to be concentrating now, I'm going to put all my attention right here on how to use this beautiful little burst of sunlight. What I would say, what I'm hearing from Spirit is that we're still in a state of kind of delay, okay? A state of just, not delay, but just kind of taking a look at things. Not being so in a rush. And that's exactly where we need to be. So if you can observe this partial lunar eclipse without hurting your eyes, which is so important because our human eyes are not able to do that. If you can do it in the safest of ways, to watch it, take in the awe of the moment and the meaning of it. Okay, you reside in that beautiful sliver of sparkling star energy that there is from the sun. Okay. Again, we have to turn this deck around. That's just the way it is now. Okay. Right. Emotional withdrawal came out with this. And if you look at it, this person is meditating by water. Beautiful. It is a cup. It's gorgeous. You have to emotionally withdraw yourself from the people who are tripping all over themselves. Okay? And this emotional withdrawal is being brought forward. I'm going to put it on this side because this is where I feel it belongs. So that you can concentrate on this. On your chakra, on your crown chakra, on the star, aligning your chakras, yourself, to keep them aligned, and to meditate on it, to really meditate, to really take the time today and realize just how wonderful you are. Okay, it's not taking away from anybody else. It is just putting in for yourself. It is helping you, Pisces, which is fantastic. Okay, that is absolutely what is needed right now, for you to bask in the glow of how terribly special you are. Okay, that even when there's shadows, you're living in the light. Right. So with this, exactly, you have the Patience card, 14, which is, I believe, Temperance. Okay, but it's a card of patience, and it's finding balance. Now you're going to have to be patient with these people. Okay, this is us, this is them. We're going to have to be patient. Remember to have that temperance within yourself, to let them be able to figure out where they need to go and what they need to do. It isn't, like I said, it isn't about them being wrong and you being right. It's just them being at a different part. Even the person who aggravates you the most, they're just not there. Okay? They didn't feel what you felt. They're not in the peaceful place that you are. They're not working at this as hard as you are. Okay? They've got different things going on, and we've all been there. We have all been there at one point in our lives because it made us seek out a better thing, a better way. It made us seek out the light. Okay? We're not concentrating on the moon taking away the light. We're concentrating on the beautiful light that is left and how that's amplified. Okay? We can take less like and make it into more. That's so profound. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I don't speak that eloquently. They're wonderful. Okay. If some of you can actually meditate today, it would be great. Or tomorrow. Today or tomorrow. I heard tomorrow, so it might be tomorrow. That would be great, okay? Just go ahead and give that a shot. Whoosh! Oh my, that was almost violent. Let me see if I can get this card without rolling on it. Oh yes, and it had to be the death card that was violent, right? Transformation. Poof! Right. Of course it's going on this side. Why is it going on this side? Because it's their transformation that we're talking about. It's ours. We're transforming as well. We're transforming in a different way. We're transforming in the way that we're realizing our value. We're realizing the light and the dark. We're realizing the perspective of things. We're realizing to slow down and let life be wonderful and offer us the contrast and the savor that it's actually offering us, whether that's good or bad. Okay? We're seeing the whole gamut. We're seeing things from a higher vantage point. Okay? That's a lot. That's dropping a lot of wisdom and knowledge on us, Pisces. Regardless if you understand it as such. Okay. Okay. So we have the card of emotional loss, but in its sense, that spiral, that beautiful card of. There's the Sun card, you guys. Underneath the deck. Okay, I'm going to leave that right there. I'm going to talk about this here. What does that mean, the emotional loss? All I hear from them is that there's going to be a loss of emotion, but it's not what you think. This is generally the Five of Cups. Seeing things through a perspective of bigger picture lets you release stuff that you've been holding on to. Okay? The Five of Cups is almost, I always see the guy staring at the cups that have fallen, and he just can't let go of that. He just cannot let go of it. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Okay? I even have, a couple of weeks ago, I had a comment about, right, I wish I'd known this earlier. Okay? Like somebody who's like my age or older. I wish I would have known all of this earlier. You're exactly where you need to be. Your perspective right now is exactly what it should be right now, okay? Shoulda, woulda, coulda is only holding on to things and blaming yourself for circumstances that you may not have just not known how to handle things, okay? There's a lot more going on now. Spiritually, it's coming in, okay? And it wasn't coming in then. We were stuck in a rut. We were stuck in a maze, okay? A lot of us have gotten ourselves out of that maze. Be grateful for it. Be grateful for the losses. Be grateful for the emotional loss that is you're disconnecting from. That loss of things that you thought were lost, but were actually lessons and experiences for you to have to get you here. So you're not holding on to them as a failure anymore. You're holding on to it as wisdom, life lessons. And if you see, he's holding on to his heart. And this is turning, that orange is going to turn into that beautiful Sun card right here. You see that Sun coming in? And there's that spiral of 369. There's that beautiful spiral of clarity, that Ace of Swords energy, that focus, sharp laser focus in that perspective of figuring out. I figured it out. I figured it out. Okay? With this simple lesson right here, anything else that happens in your life, you will look at it with a different perspective. You will look at it in a contrast of, what does this have to teach me? What kind of wisdom do I get from this? When bad things happen, you will still react in anger and in pain and hurt and maybe even hate. But that's the contrast we are supposed to be having. Only when you stay in those negative energies forever, holding on to those fallen cups, do you cause yourself harm by not getting more perspective and wisdom on the subject. That's it. That's all that is, Pisces, okay? All right, so the light card came out, the sun. Look at that. Let's focus on that, Pisces, okay? That partial lunar eclipse, yes, it's going to take part of our sun away, but what's left, look at it. Look at how brilliant it is. And please don't do like she does and look straight up at it. It's not a good idea. Only your spiritual self can do that. Your physical self may not. Please wear appropriate vision goggles or whatever. I never feel the need to. I just kind of sit in the energy all day. So, but if you need to, which I find is okay. When I was young, very curious about these things, just make sure that you're wearing the right stuff. All right, Pisces, so this has been a very, very powerful morning reading. Oh my God, it's so, I feel it, it's vibrating through me, and I'm very grateful for it. I'm going to come back and do the extended on this, and I hope that you can join me. I hope that you're enjoying these readings, the need reads every day, the needed empowerment, enlightenment, discovered reads for November. I think we're getting a lot out of it. I think it's needed. I think we need it. I feel the inspiration in me going out to you, and I'm hoping it's reaching you. I hope my voice, my timbre, the power of it is going right out to you, because that's what I'm here to do. Okay? Sending you lots of love, light, blessings, and I will be back later. Take care, Pisces.